Hello and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Evolution. I thought I should probably give a bit of an update straight away because I've been working pretty hard on the several projects that I've started, and I actually found some diamonds, so I thought what better... Wait, one diamond? Nah, come on, you're having a joke. Look, it's pretty rare for me to find diamonds, but one is just a joke. So I found like a vein of 4 just there, and I thought, oh, there'll be another one. Yep, just one. So I thought I'd give a little update on what I'm doing because I have sunk several hours into my projects already, and I realized like I haven't actually been recording any of it because for the most part I'm just like clearing out water or building the railway system, and it's a lot of repeated patterns, but I've actually made significant progress, so I think I should probably let you know. Yeah, this is my strip mine at the moment. It's fairly unorganized. I've basically just been going like this and randomly going. It's not a good idea. But I hit a little bit of a cave there, found some diamonds. I'm now up to 7. What a pitiful amount. People on other SMPs are like, I've only got 5 stacks of diamonds. It's not nearly enough. And I'm just happy that I've got 7. Look at that. It's my pride and joy. I'm collecting plenty of iron so that I can continue the tracks. I've got like a furnace system going on here to keep up my cobblestone situation. I don't know. Right, let me give you a little update on where I'm at. So here's the train station. Not a lot has changed there. We've got the track that has actually been continued for quite a distance, actually. The track only goes to like there at the moment because I don't have enough iron. But the actual infrastructure goes all the way in that direction, which I hope is heading directly to spawn. I've also started sinking down what I need to do. I've really sunk my teeth into that one. You get it? Because, yeah, okay. I've linked up the bottom with some grass, and it's slowly creeping along here. I thought I'd better set this going first because it would take a while. Damn it, let me show you where I've got to. I think I've done about 3 hours of this. It's not enjoyable, it's not fun, but the results are starting to actually speak for themselves. Like, I've actually managed to make some progress here. And I had a bit of a fight with the water, but here's the plan. So, once all of this is sunk all the way round, we will have ourselves a little base to work with. The grass is going to creep along this dirt and down into here and start spreading there so we can have some mobs spawning, you know, the friendly mobs. And I can have this, I've started like planning out where the snow pillars are going to be. Now in the center there's actually a 1-block center and there's a 2-block center there. So I'm going to have to do some fancy work. I'm basically going to make my structure here like a feature building. But I haven't got that far yet. I'm still working on trying to get this place, get rid of all this water, because it's really taking a long time. And I must have used loads of... I can't... I've got sand coming out of the wazoo here. I don't really know what to do with it all. I'm going to need more in the end. But yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. And I'm definitely trying my best to clear out all this sand. It's taking a while. It's probably killing a lot of you watching me mine sand with a pickaxe. So for the most part, I just fill in with sand, normal technique. I think it's pretty much still used exactly the same way to this day. It's a very lengthy process. I don't think there's any faster way to clear out the water than with sand, but there's actually a cool little trick that you can use to get rid of all the sand using torches, which I'll do once I've filled this all in. Now I've got it all filled in, I can jump down. Now what you do is you place a torch, let it fall, place a torch, let it fall. Do you know what, I'm really embarrassed to say this, but I don't even know if this is an old trick or if it actually still works to this day. I'm genuinely a little embarrassed to not know that. It probably works and I'm embarrassing myself. But that's not the focus of today's episode. These projects are something that's going to be going on in the background while we continue the series, basically. Because these are going to, well, trying to clear all this out with water is probably going to take a few more hours every single day for the next week, so I doubt I will finish this in this episode alone, but I thought I'd better update you so you know the pain that I'm going through trying to clear this out. But hopefully, with a little bit of vision, you guys can tell that this is going to be a really cool base. Like, with all these pillars going all the way around, we're going to have a feature building here, and farmland. It's going to look awesome. And imagine arriving by train from spawn. You're going to see that and be like, wow, Grian's made pretty cool base. But that's not actually the focus, because what I want to do today is bring in a guest. Like, it's not very common that people bring in guests to SMPs, but this isn't really a typical SMP. So, what I want to do is try and summon my friend TAURTIS. Now, to do that, I thought instead of just, inviting him in, I would make a TAURTIS summoning platform. And I'm not entirely sure what that looks like. I would ideally create it in there, or maybe I'll move it later on. But for now, we can create a very temporary one, so I'm going to need some black wool. And, oh no, it's just about to become night. I do miss Minecraft beds. Everyone's been asking how often we're going to be changing version, and I hope that we will be going soon, but honestly, it's like a whole group effort. We need the entire SMP to work together. So the answer is not entirely sure at this point, but we're okay because we're still making progress and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to make a quick platform where we're going to make our TAURTIS summoning platform. I actually finally have enough stone now. I should probably organize myself a bit better. So it is really basic what I have planned here. It's just going to be a literal platform where we're going to try and summon him. It's really not going to be that special. Mainly because I want to keep it simple so that it's easy to remove a bit later on, because obviously with these projects, this project going on, I just want to be able to move it a bit later fairly easily. But that doesn't mean we can't give it some sort of spice. I'm already out of stone. Right, well, this is what I had planned anyway. This is the TAURTIS summoning platform. I think I messed up. I need to make it one bigger. Alright, the platform is there. The TAURTIS face is there. Of course, it probably should be a bit lower because his whole... the face should maybe be higher because that's his whole thing. He's got a massive chin, so let's try and see what this looks like if we just move the face up a bit. That doesn't look right at all. Maybe one lower. That does not look right. Let's lower that down. That looks alright. Looks good enough to me. Putting a flower. Every episode, I'm gonna give a flower to the TAURTIS flower bed, and I've even linked it up to try and get some grass here. And then I don't know how many flowers it's gonna take. Come back to me, TAURTIS. Look, the shadows make it look like he's crying. I don't know how long it'll take, but I imagine with a few flowers, he'll join one day. Shh. Okay, it's getting weird. So let's head over to spawn, because I've actually got some resources together. Got some provisions, got some wood, stone, cobblestone, staircase, that kind of thing. And we're going to go and make the GrainStation. That's what we've decided to call these. So this is the Grian highway, the train station, at my base. It's very simple. It's what we made at the start. But what we want to make is the GrainStation, is a train station, at the start of the spawn there, so that people can travel between the two, because I'm very disconnected over here. And as you can see, I have made a little bit of progress. And, oh, thanks to your help, I have figured out how to do the whole minecart thing. And boy, is it glitchy. Those of you that said furnace minecart, you're wrong. Those of you that said activator rails, you're wrong. They do not exist in beta 1.2_02. They simply have not been made yet. What you have to do, as quite a many people pointed out, is make what we call Minecart Boosters, which is, you basically place a lot of minecarts in a circle, and let's see if, the problem is getting it to set off. Right, so now we need to put it push it to go in the right direction. Come on. No, it's going the wrong way. They should all clump together. That's the goal here. You need to set them off in motion, then they maintain their momentum. It's so difficult to get. There we go. There we go. See, now they're all starting to. They're just pushing around, and what I have to do is time it correctly, and then it pushes me along. That is how you do it. How ridiculous is that? But this is even the idea, and I don't know how far this is going to push me, but this seems to be traveling quite fast. This is definitely faster than walking anyway. Unfortunately, it's a track to nowhere and it will stop. But yeah, it's done. Like, that's how I'm going to have to leave this here. I don't really want to take the minecart with me, so I'll leave that here. But that's how it's done. And you know what else? I'm going to have to make booster rails that go all the way down. Now, every time I make a trip back to spawn, I tell myself I'm going to add more to the train track itself, because I don't want just a big long line of stone on its own. I want to, over time, make this train track look excellent. And for the most part in this version, I'm not too worried. I'm just trying my best to keep it simple and just not one line. So maybe when the time comes a bit further down the line, I can give it a bit of a rework. But in this version, since there's no slabs or upside down staircases or anything you can detail with, I'm going to leave it mostly blank, just a bit of shape, and come back to it at a later date. So you can see I've had to make caves here. Now, I'm keeping it 3 by 3 for the time being. It took a long time just to make this. We're talking like 700 blocks long, and in survival, that's a lot of work. There's a lot of hours to excavate and whatever else. So for the most part, it's going to stay 3 by 3. Once the train station is actually complete and all the rails are down, then I will make the caves look a bit nicer. It looks like there's actually been... now someone has broken it! This was all a lovely little stone platform. Someone has broken it with a creeper, and all the rails are gone. Oh, goodness me. Get out of my hair. The GrainStation is under construction. That's Nettie's house up there. We helped her out on her stream. We also blew it up. So TNT in this version, right? It doesn't take redstone to activate. There's no redstone or anything like. There is redstone, but it doesn't activate TNT in the same way. You actually have to punch TNT for it to work. And of course, Nettie's new to this version, so she didn't know that. So I collected all the sulfur that I had, made a couple of TNT, and I put it down in the middle of her house and said, "For you," as if it was a gift. And then, of course, she punched it, thinking that she would get it back, and it exploded in a very hilarious way. It actually destroyed pretty much 100% of her house, and I had to quickly make it again. I'm not set out to grief anything, so I did repair it. But that was kind of bad of me, really. What's this? What's this? Important announcements. Strange portal by Tom's base, where we've seen that. Server meeting to be held. All citizens must come and tell their coordinates. Ah, okay. So we're having a server meeting about the strange portal near Tom's thing. What is he doing? Oh, I see. This is where we need to put our coordinates. Ah. What are my coordinates? Does he see me? I think I'm invisible. Does he see me? He's not reacting to me at all. Is it... Can he see me? I can't actually tell, because in this game, like... Can he see me? Dude, he can't see me! Yeah, in this version, it's really... Oh, wait. He just removed my name. Oh, okay. He can see me. He just pretended like I was there. Alright, let's put my coordinates. Thank goodness it's day. Alright, well, I'll leave Martin to do his thing here. Hopefully they understand by follow... follow the stone road that it's that. It can't be that hard to understand. So let's have a quick look at spawn and see how everyone's getting on. So I visited this in Netty Spawn. I was just doing some off-camera work. There's the other TNT. I put one up there, but they didn't fall for it at all. So this is Minnie and B's Dirt Cheap. It's a shop where they buy stuff for dirt. That's why it's called Dirt Cheap. Jeez. And then this is it. They tried to scam me out of some diamonds, but I wasn't having any of it. I had their number. And then there's the bakery. Wonder where everyone else's base is. So that's the police station. Oh boy. Why did they put a cobblestone roof? This is so triggering. Maybe they just did it because they didn't have enough resources, but hot dang. Really. Netties is up there. Netties is actually looking alright. She could... It's almost like it's going to build up and be massive and spread out and just sit on top of that one tree. She needs like a bridge or something to get over this little bit here. Right, so let's get cracking on the actual train station. It's actually been a few days since I left off, and not much has changed around spawn. I've added a few little bits here. I've actually made the end of the railway. I made this cool little design here. I can't actually make cobblestone slabs. They don't exist, and I had to use these for the time being. Now, I've been wondering how to make this train station. As you can see, I've laid out a little space for it, but I'm not sure whether to make it out of wood or stone. I would make it out of stone, but I feel like I haven't made anything wooden yet. And there's a couple of trees here. Oh yeah, look at this. This is so weird. I'm not sure if this was like this before, or it's just happened, but a big chunk of this has just ended up on the floor. I'm not entirely sure how or why, but I've never seen that before. That's weird. And no one could do it because there is no shears yet either. Right, let's go up here and take out these trees. Let's leave that tree there. Salem's just turned up. She literally got here and she was like, can you show me the way to spawn? There? Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually cover the train station up with something. The only problem is I'm going to have to use full blocks because unfortunately there's no slabs of wood. I actually discovered this earlier when I was trying to do some slabs. Like, look at this. Look at this. It makes pressure plates. 3 of them make wooden pressure plates, which isn't exactly useful to me right now. So let's actually... We're going to have to make some slabs. I mean, we could use the stone ones temporarily, but that might be more annoying than anything else. Now, normally this would entirely be... right, yeah, let's just make this slab. It would be a lot easier. Oh, for goodness sake. So let's try and lay a foundation here. One there. So for this train station, I wasn't really planning on having anything majorly fancy. So it can be as small as 2 blocks on the inside, and then I'll just have a big old entrance like that. And it's almost like a bus stop, really. I don't imagine anyone's actually going to use it. Well, not that room anyway. I think what I'm going to do actually is make this little platform a bit smaller, and it does mean I'm going to need a lot more slabs, and I'm going to have to go and chop down some trees, but I think I've got a general design plan for it. And you have to remember that this train station's probably going to be very temporary, at least until I can get some more blocks at my disposal, because I'm pretty limited with the amount of easily accessible blocks. There is no stone... There are no cobblestone slabs, there are no upside down staircases, there's not even wooden slabs at this point. So like, I am very, very limited. And you know what? I always used to think, man, why do all Minecraft builds made in, you know, the earlier versions, why do literally all of them look terrible? And now that I actually know how to build, I realize we depend so much on the amount of availability of the different colors that we use, the textures that are available. Like, when you're limited like we are, yes, you could make something amazing if you made it at a giant scale. But if you're limited to these blocks and you're building at a very small scale, you're not going to make something that looks terribly nice. I'm sorry, I don't think that it is easy. It's not easy at all. System Z said he's a pretty good builder himself, and he said that building in this version is incredibly difficult. Now, he's put together a pretty nice house over there, but you can see there's a lot of compromises involved. He's had to use full block for the roof, and he's had to mix in some cobblestone and slabs to try and make a decent texture. But if you wanted to go, into a more complicated design, I think you'd really, really struggle. So, for the time being, the train station is going to have to remain fairly simple in its design until we can go back and replace some of it later on and improve some of our own builds, which is what I did in one of my videos. I replicated my first build from 6 years ago and then made it again using all the new blocks and stuff. People at spawn are too careless when it comes to creepers, or even if there is a creeper, why don't they just fix it up, huh? Why they gotta leave it like this? And also, look, there's no sideways logs at this stage. They all are completely vertical, which is fine. It actually works out pretty well for me because you're not gonna see the top of this. And then, what I was gonna do is actually, like, overlap these, so it's like 2 little layers. It's perhaps a little more modern than I originally intended, but it's really not a big deal. I am definitely gonna run out of these slabs, though. Ow. I do miss the old sound for getting hurt, though. It's very, very OG. So I think this little area down here is going to be a waiting room. I've got a few, staircases, and I can create some signs. And there we will have some chairs. Like I said, the room isn't actually meant to make anything. I could make a ticket office and charge people 6 iron for, or 5 iron just to get the minecart, or I could actually turn it into a proper service. But the problem is, it's not a commercial railway. That's the big problem. It goes to my base and my base only, so I am the only one that truly benefits unless people want to visit, and then it's like a tourist trade, I guess. Let's actually create some useful things here in case anyone's waiting, so we can have crafting table and a furnace. I'm actually going to need that. There we go, and we'll have some waiting chairs. See, normally what we would do in these situations is we'd use like an upside down staircase to make that corner a bit even, or we'd use some slabs to make this edge look a bit nicer, or I don't know, place something here to make that look a bit better. It's so difficult. This is about the limit we can do, and even if I put glass in here, it'd look like a full block, so there's just a lot of things that we can do. I'm just going to place some staircases to try and make it look like there's some form of detail. So let's take a quick little step back. Hey, the GrainStation is no longer under construction. We are now finished. I doubt anyone actually ever saw that sign in the first place, because I actually made all this in one episode, which I think is pretty good. Let's take a look from spawn, because that's where people are going to see it from. As soon as they die, they're going to see this big old building. And there's their dirt shop, which they still haven't whacked the TNT on. See, that looks pretty good. I mean, it's not lit up, it's not got the best details in the world, but it looks like what it's supposed to be, and I'm pretty happy with that. It looks nice. I wish the dark areas were perhaps lit up, but look how little torches do. I think the lighting will be fixed, and I hope that we will update soon, because this version is getting it's getting old. Oh, I'm hilarious. Anyway, that is the end of today's video. We have accomplished a lot. We made more progress on the base. We built this lovely train station, and we built the TAURTIS summoning platform. And the plan is to put a flower on it every episode until eventually, one day, hopefully he'll be summoned, right? Maybe? I don't know. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you're enjoying this series, and onwards and upwards with the rest of the SMP.